Dana said no. I did not call Conor, and he just real candid on why. It came down to pay. What I have to pay Conor, I have to have time to build. I need Conor not only on fight night, but he's so good at the things that lead into that. With no time to execute, he was not an option. So I can answer that question for you. But I will tell you this. I was going to send out a tweet as soon as this news came out. And I was simply going to tweet a picture of Conor and a caption that read 2 words, "and still." Because what I had thought initially was the bigger story. I'll remind you, Dana White said, Conor McGregor is stripped of this, I'm quoting, Conor McGregor is stripped of his championship as soon as the first punch is thrown. And that goes back to the point that Eddie Alvarez made. And Eddie said they're not going to strip Conor until this fight because they've tried to make this fight 3 times. It has failed 3 times. And in conjunction, Khabib has a history of not making weight. So it may not be a title fight. So you cannot strip Conor, have no champion, thinking you're going to have a champion on April 7th to find out that the fight doesn't happen. Eddie turned out to be spot on with his. That's exactly what the thought process was. So I thought the bigger underlying story of this is Conor keeps the championship. I did not know, it hadn't come out yet, they were going to strip Tony and strip Conor and just get the hell on with it. That had not been revealed to us yet. So I did think if that hadn't, that would have been a bigger story. Is, hey, without throwing a punch, without signing a contract, Conor McGregor stays world champion. And for some people, that would have been great news. And for the haters out there, they would have been pissed off. Who cares either way? It still would have been the bigger story. Did it happen? Glad I didn't send that out because then Dana did come out and clarify and just go, look, we're getting on with the division. The division's been held up. I'm partly to blame for allowing this boxing match to happen. This guy's partly to blame. Injuries partly. Enough to go around. It stops. And it's stopping Saturday. And here's the 2 guys, Max and Khabib. One of them's leaving with our championship. So I guess that's the bigger story on Conor. I want to say this, if you don't mind. I want to say this on Conor. And there's a ton of support for Conor. There's a ton of jealousy, which leads to hate towards Conor. But Conor does follow a code. And one of the things that needs to be told about his career in terms of him following that code is when Conor McGregor says he will show up, he shows up. So he took a little bit of flack for taking a shot at Ferg. And it is true, you don't kick a man while he's down. And Ferg is tremendously down right now. The training camp he went to, the expense, the opportunity, it's gone. The championship, boom, they took it from him, right? How heartbreaking if you're Ferg. I don't contend for you that it was right that Conor took a shot at him, but I will offer to you, he is very consistent himself. He is not the pot calling the kettle black. If Conor says he will show, no matter how he feels, he walks out there and does it. And I think when the story of Conor is told, it's more than the championships and the talk and the hype. I think you really need to give him that.